A story that not a lot of people know is that when Onnit was in its infancy and we were messing around with some different formulas, I came to you and I said, Joe, what would be the formula that you would like the most, that you would use the most? He thought about it for a second. He said, a nootropic. I'd like a cognitive enhancer.
The Boston Center for Memory predominantly focuses in the space of neurodegenerative disease, Alzheimer's disease, and the other dementias. We focus predominantly on the evaluation and diagnosis and treatment, as well as a lot of clinical research, experimental research, things like that.
So when Jarrett came to you and said, all right, what we'd like to do is take a nutritional supplement and study a healthy patient group, what was your thought process when that came to you?
We're always skeptical. We have done some work in supplements in the past with things like ginkgo, and showed that there really was no benefit cognitively from taking ginkgo. So we were surprised that people wanted to come to us. So at any given time, we have a number of clinical trials going on, and it's actually much rarer to have a positive result in one of these trials than it is to not have any result or a negative result. And the deal we had with Onnit was that we were going to publish these results regardless of what the findings were. We will take this project on, but we will hold you to the exact same standard that we would a Pfizer or a Lilly or anybody else that sends us a protocol.
We had 63 people in this study, and then a pilot study, which also showed some favorable results that added another, 20 to that?
Yeah, around that, I think 17
so
or 18.
About 83, which is in that normal kind of phase 1 clinical trial range.
The study is what we call double blind, and that's the standard. And what that means is that we didn't know at that point who was getting what. They don't know what they're on, and we don't know. They went and they took 45 days, about 6 weeks of this, and that was a predetermined length of time. We wanted to make sure that they, were on it and taking it. And, after the completion on the last day or so, around that point, they came back and we repeated the testing. So really the main result of the study showed that the group that was on Alpha Brain had a statistically better ability to recall words after a prolonged period. So their recent verbal memory was statistically significantly improved over those people on placebo. What we're very interested in is statistical significance, which is a way to infer from the data that these results aren't just due to chance. And Alpha Brain on this one measure in particular sort of crossed that threshold. There's a 95% chance that this result is not due to chance.
And that's a really interesting one, verbal memory, because I remember one of the very first testimonials that Joe Rogan said was when he was talking about Alpha Brain, and this was in our first Alpha Brain video. He says, I feel like it helps me form sentences better.
One of the immediate things that I noticed was that I had a better recall of words. That's the frustrating thing where you're like, what is the word, what is the word, what is the word? That wasn't happening as much, and my ability to form sentences seems smoother.
The thing that we're going for is that total human optimization, not saying, I'm sick, I need this. People ask, do I need Alpha Brain? No, you don't probably need it, if you're healthy, absolutely not. But could you use it to be a little bit sharper, a little bit better? And now we can unequivocally say, the research points to yes.